Hello, this video is to provide guidance on Mercurial to anyone that might need it. What is Mercurial? It's a free distributed version control tool. What's a version control tool? Version control tool or systems are tools that give you the resources to help us keep track of changes in our codes or files. So, what exactly does this mean? So, say for instance, you have a document that you're working on, and you start working on it at say 2 p.m. and you work on it for an hour. And at 3 p.m., you get to a stage where you're liking what you're seeing and everything is looking great, right? At 3 p.m. And then at 3 p.m., you decide to, I don't know, try something new, right? You try a new approach or whatever in your document or report or whatever. And then you work on it for, say, another 30 minutes. You do a lot of deletion and additions and so on. But like after 30 minutes, you review the document and now you hate what you are seeing. But you remember at 3 p.m., you liked what you saw. But 30 minutes later, you have made so much changes and you can't even undo them because of the way you have made the changes and so on. So it would be nice if you could go back to the version you had at 3 p.m., right, where everything was looking great. Well, that's what version controlling is about, except it's for your program, for your code and files. So version control systems help you to control the various versions of your code while you are developing a project. I hope you get the idea. So, apart from the fact that these tools help us to keep track of changes in our code, right, and help you to be able to revert back to original versions of that code, it also helps with collaboration. So you'll be able to collaborate with your friends or colleagues without messing up each other's work. And what do I mean by this? It means you'd say you're working on the same project, right? And you have to edit a particular file, call it file A, and your colleague also has to edit file A. The both of you can edit the same file in your own local version, and you can combine them without overwriting each other's work. So if it was something like Google Docs now and you're working on the same document, if you're working on the same document, if you make any changes, it also affects the what the other person can see, right? But with version control systems, you get the resources that allows you to make your own version of the code kind of, and then your colleague can also make his own version, and you have all the tools necessary to combine them in the way that both of you are satisfied. So why should we use it? Well, there are different version controlling systems. There's Git, which I think is the most popular, especially in our generation, as far as I know. And then there's Mercurial, which is liked by some people. I don't mind Mercurial myself. But we're using Mercurial because, well, it's the version control chosen by EUL for our graduation project, so we have to use it. And version control in general, why should we use them? I already mentioned this, but it's to be able to track your changes. So every time you save your code, like every time you not save your code, sorry, every time you save a new version of your code, I'll show you how. You would save it with a message, a commit, and Mercurial keeps a record of it. That way, you would be able to see, like by the end of your project or whatever, you would be able to see different versions of your code, like as you kept track of them, which I think is really nice. You'd be able to see how far you've progressed and so on. And then with this, functionality, you'll be able to undo your mistakes. So if you mess up at any point, you can always revert back to a previous version. And like I mentioned, it also helps you to be able to collaborate easily. So I'll show you all of this. So I think that's enough theory. I hope you get the basics of what Mercurial is and what version controlling is about. Now